Hey, I'm Noah Fay, and welcome to Florida Focus, the latest show from Florida Family Voice. Tucker Carlson is joining me here. He's about to speak at our annual dinner gala, and we just had an opportunity to do a few quick questions. Tucker, how are you doing?
I couldn't be better.
I'm so excited.
A few quick questions.
A few quick questions. Is that not your skill set to
You may have
shorten the
quick
answer?
questions. I bet you $20 I'll have long answers.
Okay, I gotcha. Well, the first one I had, you've had quite the experience, commenting on both political shifts and cultural shifts in
Yes.
America. What have you observed in the shift of both the media influence and of public policy as it relates to like the pro-life and the pro-family issue?
Oh, as it specifically relates to the question of life and
family.
Christianity, I'll
let's
just
do
say.
that.
I mean, it's interesting. It's good and bad. I would say I started in this business in 1991, so that was 33 years ago. But I lived in Washington before that because my father worked in the government and in high school, and I've been interested in the public conversation since I was a kid. I come from a intense family, political, interested in books, ideas. So I've been around it a lot my whole life. And I would say the change has been this: the people in charge have always hated Christianity, of course, because it's a direct challenge to their authority. If you believe in a religion that makes room for just one God, then that precludes the possibility that your leaders are gods, and your leaders hate that. So they've always hated it. They like tame Christianity. They like, corrupt pastors and bishops they can control, of course. But actual Christianity, where, you have respect for the state, but really you don't worship the state, you worship God, period. And your allegiance flows this way: God, family, and then your government. They've always hated that, but only recently have they admitted that. So I've been frustrated for decades by not the Democrats, who are just actively working against God on behalf of a pagan society, on behalf of child sacrifice, for example, abortion, but the Republicans who are like, oh, we're on your side, we're totally for the family. And I've always thought maybe that wasn't entirely real, but now it's just really obvious that it's not real, super, super obvious. And I think most Christian, or even not just Christian, but just religious, if you're a faithful Muslim or Jew, you probably feel the same way. Like, these people are not on my side. They're not for religious freedom. They're not for their family. They don't share my values. And I think that's now kind of exposed to everybody. And I'm glad, because it's good to know what the terms are. If you're a religious person, a sincerely religious person, the state is your enemy.
So would you say the shift has been the media has always felt this way, but now they're finally admitting it? Is that?
Well, the media have always hated religious people, hated them, like really, really hated them. Christians hated them, and shown that hate, through contempt or ignoring them like they don't even exist, or by subverting them. But only in the last few years, I think under Biden, really, probably under Trump to some extent, but certainly under Biden, have they been willing to just say it. Like, the threat is Christian nationalism. And by the way, they never bothered to explain what that is. I'm a Christian. I'm a nationalist. Am I a Christian nationalist? I don't know. They don't know.
Right.
Christian nationalism is a phrase designed not to describe something pre-existing, not to describe a phenomenon they noticed, but it's a phrase designed to connect, in the public's mind, faithful Christians with Nazis. National socialism, Christian socialism, they kind of sound the same. You're Nazis. That's what they're saying. And so Biden is running against Christian nationalism in the fall. He's got nothing else to run on. So he's running against American Christians. And so that's what I mean when I say it's kind of out in the open. They're sort of not pretending. And a lot of Christians are sweet, but not, super geniuses about this kind of thing. Some of them are kind of dumb about, a lot of them are kind of dumb about politics. And so you're seeing this debate among Christians like, well, are you a Christian nationalist? I'm not a Christian nationalist. And the truth is, there are no Christian nationalists. It's not even a thing. It's all BS. It's a phrase designed to attack you, not to describe you accurately. So I hope Christians are not deceived. Like, Biden's running against you, and maybe you're going to vote for him anyway. That's up to you, but you should know that.
Yeah. Now, what are some key strategies to, combat this? You're talking about the current administration is basically just pulled everything out in the open.
Yeah.
But now what are ways we can combat this?
Oh, there's only
going
one
forward?
way to combat any of it, or to combat evil in general, and that's to tell the truth. And don't overthink it. I think, and whatever you do, don't put your faith in temporal leaders. Like, we're commanded not to do that anyway. So you'd think we would know that we're not supposed to do that. We're not supposed to, believe that any man is going to save us, because no man is going to save us in this life or the next. Men can be useful, for sure. They can be instruments of good, instruments of God even, but they're not our salvation. So the only thing that we can do is tell the truth. And that's, by the way, the one thing we're commanded to do. Doesn't mean say everything you think. No one would suggest that. That's crazy. It's often just a way to hurt other people. You don't have to say everything you think, but you can't lie. You have to tell the truth, period.
Yeah.
And that's enough. If people are brave and tell the truth about what's real and what's fake, what's wrong, what's right, what they think, that will change the country more than anything. In fact, that's the only thing that will change the country.
Wow. Well, let me ask you one more question. So you've had quite the career in media.
I've been fired a lot. What a diplomatic way to say that. You've had quite the career. Well, I've been unemployed a bunch.
Well, you've had a lot of experience in commentary, journalism, and media. I just wanted to find out, is there one moment or memory or experience that sticks out to you, and how did that shape what you do now? How does that shape your life and your professional?
I mean, the only things that have ever really shaped me are failure, humiliation, mistakes, tragedy, pain. I've never learned anything from succeeding or from being happy or from going on vacation or eating French toast at the Four Seasons in the Caribbean. Like, I don't learn anything.
Nice.
I mean, enjoy it, but I mean, you only learn from being wrong because it hurts. So I would say the thing that changed my life was endorsing the Iraq War, and then going to Iraq and finding out that everything I thought about it was wrong, completely wrong.
Wow. And
that my position had been totally stupid. And had, in effect, I wasn't responsible for the Iraq War, but I certainly gave its architects cover on TV at the time in 2002 and 3. All these people died as a result of it, and I felt horrible about it, and I said so out loud. And admitting that you were wrong is very hard to do. That's why none of us want to do it, including me. But that act is the transformative act, because by saying you're wrong, you're admitting you're not God. And that you're not all powerful, you're not all seeing, you're not omnipotent. Like, you are not God. God is God. And that's an essential. That's the beginning of Christianity. It's the beginning of Alcoholics Anonymous. It's the beginning of any transformative worldview or program, is admitting that you were wrong. So that really changed my life more than anything.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, Tucker, thanks for taking a few minutes and doing this.
Dude, thank you.
This was fun.
I only got one sip into your coffee, which is excellent, by the way. Thank you.
Not my coffee. I'll give you a better cup later. I'll tell you what.
I don't think you can.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, Tucker.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thanks, everybody.